Ejidi for me enda nyame ase esa so ye na nado oda mumi enda ahini mu hine no a obo esro ene asase ase esa so ye na nado oda amen ye na ginkwa ebeso emu esa se ononkwa na wiase mu akwantu yi obetumi de yen etwa wona ede odo abebo do mu wa mo sha ye mamunyina akwaba ede ba osumi eso. For the sake of the foreigners, ne way muno ne ya more friend intino. Me try say before kakra mete no we de befra. Se be anti ase beti ma ye adwuma mo bia. Amen. Amen. And you maybe one ma entire NC. Certain things just doesn't happen. One of it being say unse Ghana de ka bode ni ase bi ona bode ni pa. Enye kruma de na e no more facilities mu no. Na Saturday ni wedding at Hoodway. So there happened to be a wedding in the bigger city, Accra. And as the truck that was delivering the food, it was all pre-packaged. Into that go take away boats in the Mukama. I bring a corner back with fitoy. Na but then you could so. The pierce when the quite if you want man or tonight or chance is good. Tiano be by no say, no compare maybe partner to her. You may bon maintain ye and you be say, into minya. Anyway, I'm in here. The next thing so interesting is you be sure Oba na wo sign a preachy na intense. Intiene says here said your home no be direct no. E kone sa. Menim say the omel course ntine mu bebre pentem afi ha. But me pray ho pi. De wo say nti a Onyankopon e de nyina beduru anom ene de. Meda asori mpanifo ase no bada osofo ase na yada otumfo na ase se na so menya akonya se me ne mu beche onyame asem on a special day like this. The theme and I said the topic of the sermon me busa say, where are my enemies? And I want you to ask, where are your enemies? Watamfo no away. Him na ye told the sister, if you listen to the words very carefully, the first stanza says, Atamfo no any share, a sirfo no repasse, Philgood no so every train on Betrayache. Esa say, ye dimafo no eti aseda. Muma ye more empire. Yeneja was rosadum yeda wase, or pepe so dear tree. Emre also say, Yede wasem ebre wasafo. Se onima Yentumi enye hwe. Rade so se ma obasa no so. Na ma wasem endru ma enchen. Donka ye ho enene de nyina. Amen. Amen. Yene a yeta eba sorry wa ha say no, I want to ask a question to see if you be following the trend. Say junior A preacher, there's one passage and I say one character in the Bible that he always uses. Correct me if I'm wrong. But here the obituary always uses that character. Joseph, who said it? Yes. Joseph. Every single time since I'm new junior from Children's Day, every seen there. O preacher, Joseph. Now, and then I say, or then the Bible, now you see me the new preaching, Now they are some preaching about Joseph. You be your manesis. Now, a brand new high school, so no, there's one man and now one of your district elders, at Anuapia. He came to a Ofori to preach, and he asked us, who remembers what he preached about the last time he came? Now, unfortunately, none of us did. Since then, many will meet him. So, the sermon that he preached that day to date, I do remember, and it was about Joseph. So today we're going to talk about Joseph, and the question again is, where are my enemies? There are times where God has plans for you. Everything is going as planned. But you hint it to somebody else, and for that reason, they tend to hate you. There are times people also hate you for no reason. You got no business doing with them. You have no relationship with them. But yet they find a way to hate you. There are times you ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? Why? Sometimes you do not understand why people are after you. After your life physically, after your life spiritually. You may not understand. Therefore, you ask yourself, but then there comes a time where you have to ask, say, where are my enemies? So you share the book of Genesis, chapter 37, verse 5. Today I want us to pay attention and look at two types of enemies we have in the Bible. There are so many. The Bible gives us so many instances. But I want us to look at just two. The first one are those who hate you for the blessings that you are receiving. They're going to hate you for no reason. And if you want to put it contemporarily, then you ask, where my enemies are. And I also say, British Brofo now say, where are my enemies? Either way, let's look at this. In the year 2010, now after me back home, me do 1 year now, and you my started as a kikabomu. Then Yakopo Adum no shamena, me share me sisi my warini. Na such time numuna kasane koswa. Then some people took interest in tarnishing the high-end image, which, of course, Obeka say, I'm not worth much. It's true. But everybody's image is very important to him. So this one lady who is in the picture took upon herself to tarnish my name as much as possible. She lived in Maryland before, and my wife at that time also lived in Maryland. One thing that hurts the most is you go to a place where you know very well, say the people over there do not know you much. But then you can feel, you sense that people are talking about you. I don't know if it's ever happened to you. I don't know if it's ever happened to you where someone takes an interest in your case where they have no business whatsoever. But yet they take it as a personal project to make sure, say, you do not go on. Once again, where are my enemies? So my name was far advanced in the state of Maryland, of which I don't know why. There came a point where I went to church in Maryland, and somebody asked me, ain't you Philip? No. I didn't know her, she didn't know me. And I said, but you look like a quiet person. And I'm saying, yeah. Until say, okay. It's okay, and I didn't get it. Then I went about my business. Later on, it's about 3 years later or 4. I met my senior, Namini school near Titimu for years, but not also to Maryland. Into a chair movie by Hase for some reason. Make a Lord and was it. Now, Lord, the year and I say, Charlie Filippo, they talk about you. When me I hear the name Yentumi, I say, no, Yentumi, I know Yentumi. When the thing they talking, not be true. So on him, Lord, know him the way of Sikasa. That's exactly how he talks. It's in the air, the Lord kind of say, wow, that is how far I got to. But a town for air pel. Na asrefo also pass through no. Unyankopon no so etiase. Joseph no onye boni bia. Let us note, Joseph no onye boni bia. Ne daya also ye. De Nyankopon adumache de ode ama no ne daya so ni nkyeremu. Ne daya also ye no onim se me nuanom ni. Me papa ni enti me ti ho a kire o. Ne taya no. Therefore, if you look at Genesis chapter 37, verses 4 to 8 now, it is mentioned 3 times that his brothers hated him and yet disliked. Hated him. Verse 10 also talks about his father. When he spoke to him about the dream, I say, na menso, eno ma menso be koto. Sometimes it's not about age. It is not about your debility. I mean, it's not about your position. Debia your tree. But it's a quaint English word. It's not about your debility, right? It is not about your status. It is about what God has promised you. And when he promises you out, no matter what, it will come to pass. What it hurts most sometimes is when it's very close to you. And that is why I said the person involved is in the picture. So you can see she was close to my wife. Of course, my wife in the church, for those who don't know. So now, we're not going to read all these verses. But you may be doing others good, but yet they will hate you. Joseph, papa, esmano, say uncle na onfe duane enko mani nuanom. Ebra all the aduane ne kono. They were planning to kill him. Whilst you doing others good, no more so ever ho time. Ebra uwe you yem. Who say Joseph kono oyran ano shia papa bi ano busa no ano si onuanom no obokodo ho enti no oti so koye anka me aka nemrem no yasma me amaira find excuse. I'll come back home, dad me pacho me rai papa you crap on them share no madanse ani what do I say asemnesi. So I go back home, but Joseph, because of his good intentions and as good as he was, he followed through and went. But unfortunately, and I'm not going to get too much into the details of the story of Joseph, but I want you to think about the question once again, where are my enemies? One thing I want us to learn is you are a seed. And until you are planted, you will not be germinated. Say, meow. Say, two fembian for one shareholder. Say, I'm one qua which be moo. Say, no, maybe to wa. And you may be on on TRC. But when this happens, in Perifor Kakasebi say, yeah, boy, a pump, a show commode. When all these things are happening to you, they happen for a reason. God has a better plan for you. Amen. Now, when he was sold, he went to Egypt. Oni Potiphar Kotnai. And Abra Oni Potiphar etino about they say over here the steward of Potiphar's house, right? So now he became the one in charge of Potiphar's house. Let's learn who Potiphar is. Potiphar was the commander-in-chief, right? And you know, Yaba Nebrum na, Ashraf na, with all the military, he was the one in chief. And I said the prisoners, the guard, he was the one in charge. So in Ghana, we might say the interior minister. When we come to the States, we might use any of those positions. So that is the kind of power that that person had. And he made him in charge of his household and everything that is underneath him. The only thing that he said that he cared for was what he would eat. Apart from the no ankasa bedino, bibi biara no eshe Joseph answer. Sometimes you might think, and I say, a bani say, you've arrived. What Bakroma say? What peduma on saka? Abra on saka eduma na no be so etu seal a time. For no reason. In the year 2016, me Bakroma say na minko fieda. And you know, December no na so boys in there so mu kofi anam so okay nya meka wo na yakona and there come am kona boga ba na boga for ni ya na kakra kame and you know video machi ekofie na me ne madam for bako Albert ana koye at that time near me nyina ya adwuma at the same place na waba na a Ghanaian boy like me with a very thick accent sisi de ya kakra na Bako adwuma modom many Albert and the house supervisors. There were so many, of course, white and all that. But here me and house soups. So when we went to Ghana, we were coming back January 3rd, 2017, and then near back at the airport, Chicago. And Obi taxi me say, "Unia house soup no, you two are so." Now at the point, I was like, "I said mercy," because when you feel, say, when you are up America, what landed the American dream, you become the supervisor. You know, things are going right. Now, after the so. But fortunately, no, but they demoted us as the supervisors. Now, you buy and I'm catching Albert and say, let's just play the silence game. Nyankopon enim dia oye. Let's just watch them. Once we are not fired, the posterity will judge us all. So we started working. Then among the 3 people. Now among them, no one knew about. Oh, Philip, I didn't say. And we say, did I ask you a question? Now another person about. It wasn't me. I'm saying, did I ask you a question? Then another person will come. It was this person. I was like, I don't care. I don't want the details, right? So when when Joseph said he had arrived, now he is made the ruler of Potiphar's house. Everything is going well for him. And that is where Potiphar's wife, there is always a Potiphar's wife. And they are now, baby. And then opia onka no, unukre diemuno. Abra o ye de Onyankopon asma wo say ye, udi ne hyehye so no, enso hwe bi beto. Eti Potiphar yere no etwa ntro eto no so ama ye de Joseph ekoto amnem. Na bra Joseph edam na mu honom no, the spirit of the Lord was still with him. At your lowest point, God is always with you. Amen. It might seem say you may be nkoye, but still Onyankopon eka wo ho. And you may be ordinary at all, say you from one elevation to the another elevation. And Potiphar nyanesa amana kwada honoma onko ntimi che dayase and che prisoners about Pharaoh. So it happened that in the prison, oche dayase ema omo ano oni omo honom no. Now when we are low on our knees, he makes us tall among men. Abra yebekwa ye nanim na nsɔhwɛ bremu ne ye bompa ye ache ye Nyankopon no emrebedu a obema ye so e wɔ nipa mu. For those that plotted against us, of which we knew all of them, at this point they are still where they are, and we both moved on. Ishanke Nyankopon din say baby a wahyehyɛ sɛ odi ye bedru no nipa enim de entimi ndu hɔ no. Enti abra obotwe sɛ omu twa wo so no na Nyankopon so e ma wo so. Now Joseph in there did what he knew best. Abra oche daimienu nase no. Oka che ba ko na oka ho ne se wo no Pharaoh ebe fro obe restore to baby ana wo na de ehia me wo ha ne se eba de se ukọ na se siu yi a eya kai me. Unia se nipa ye opapa eya kai no wai. Ena medua bi so ana homa ehu sro. It is for someone. That is why you are where you are today. Somebody helped you. Masa, one sorry dako, and sorry endware wo ho. One sorry dako, and say Andrew baby awedri. Somebody helped you. And yahwe krapodo for me, I do remember me back home. Somebody took me to a school to go apply. Ofedu, and I didn't koye ataje. What did you see? He drove me around 3 campuses looking for somewhere to go to school. And yet, somebody drove me to my first workplace. Your papa, now, with all of this, when we say anything materialistic, edu baby say papa, enye fi akumem. Na enye de benya efi ho keke. Joseph I say so kwade say du si odi bia na market your percentage say. The ohiani say Bomedin eche Pharaoh. You only need your name to be mentioned to the right people or the right person. That is all you need in life. And hence, eya na hu hia say ye ekotodwe anima ye be bompa ye so ama foforo. Ye presenting the names of others to the right person who is God. Ebra ye de afoforo eko Onyankopon anim no ono so no obema wo mo eso. Now, it took 2 years after Joseph, eyi daye no eche abrantie no yeyi ni pie no. Edi fie mienu. When you look at chapter 41 verse 1, or see 2 years later, e to de bia be bompaye, and so na anu ye embaye. Joseph is sure be sure say at some point in time he would have asked himself, say, when is this going to happen? Did this guy really remember me? Did he really mention my name to Pharaoh? Why is Pharaoh not calling for me? Do Pharaoh think, say, I'm not really worth it? He's going to ask himself all these questions and probably might even ask, say, where is my God? Because it is this God that I am serving. It is this God that I was being faithful to. That is why I didn't fall for Potiphar's wife's trap. It is this God in whom I believe, for which I have purpose in my heart not to sin against him or man. And yet, this is where I find myself. He would have asked himself all these questions. But then when the time is right, no matter where you are, you'll be paid. Say, a man swan and fahuni baby you'll be hand paid. And you might not even be suitable for the job. And I say you might not have the qualifications that the world looks for. But when the time is right, hence, after 2 years, they sent for Joseph in prison. And he came out. Now, Joseph, obeyi Pharaoh, edayeno ano emano. Now, Pharaoh eka say, who else is best suited for this kind of job? Hence, no one else but Joseph. The gentleman that was in prison just a few months ago, just a few days ago, just a few years ago, is now the one in charge. And now, when Pharaoh took him out, he also made him the one in charge. Now, let's look at something here. At first, it was Potiphar, who was the chief guard, right? Now, it is Pharaoh who is the one who is in charge of the whole of Egypt. So sometimes, you may be a crowd, and you may be a one saka, so Lucia, it might just be a stepping stone. You are catapulted to another level for which man cannot see. For that reason, you have to lose what you have to gain what he has installed for you. So, quotation is very well. At the time I told Joseph, he was about 17 years. If we look at chapter 37, verse 2, or say sometime that Joseph is 17. And you know, Kositama, Okoshe Ninianum, Yacheno, Etono, Sando Medina so at the time that he was made in charge of Egypt, he was 30 years, as recorded in chapter 41, verse 46. He was at that time 30 years. It is only 30, every 17, why I say. Thank you. So it took 13 years from when he started dreaming to when the dream came to pass. Uniebi awaso dayebi. Nyakupa shall bobi. Nyakupa yinwe diacha okwebi so. Ubusa hu se bebe ne bebem. There is time for everything. Amen. My brother, my sister, we need our enemies. And hence the question, where are our enemies? The second type of enemies that I want us to look at are those enye. Remember, the first one are those that you're doing everything right, yet they find a reason to hate you. In this case, you're doing something wrong, and they tell on you. And I also say they hate you for it. Either way, wana eya na ebi asebi o medi boni bi. Na ye ko openi Ofori-Yentumi akobo na manie no. The question is, what is the motive? Se mi ye yo na wo penti ana wo bo amanie na inhia no. Na mom no se ma hwe ase bi nti na wo tutu mi ka ya hwe nie because one hwe ne obehwe ase ansa no madu. Se de be wo be ko de akoka se oh Francis aya de no na be bo amanie dia wo ne ya hwe ne ye. Na mom no se Francis ahwe ase de ye oya enti ne yebo a wo hwe ne the way Francis iko no ne ye wa ye odo na wo pedi ye enti na ko na nche na ngina na afi de o de kodwo o no se akonta the way bra e ko na nye enti ne ko na mu a isha ene. Which one is your motive? Usually among men, what we find is just for someone to fall, for you to think that you're going to rise. But remember, the downfall of somebody else is not your uprising. When the time is not right for you, forget it. Because you're going to break me, all right? I'm going to seek my salvation, all right? But what is going to happen to you? When they found the woman in adultery, and the thought was, say, but when they got there, they were highly disappointed. Christ wrote and asked, man it is na kase. Na ka oba ne nkwa ne gina ho no. Now what happened in say if you had a good intention at that point you seeking for your own salvation. To the woman who might have thought to say these people are my enemies, what happened in this? Through them she also got her salvation. We need our enemies sometimes. Now, ebra obano eba ne sa no when ya no enya afi ne hwan ne ka kire ana mo pemi say ye ana afi no no mo ba be koko ho. Those are not necessary. Silence is a language. Eto de bia mumi yenye dini enko Nyankopon ho no mo mpaibom, because he's the only one that has an answer to our problems. Our enemies are going to be there whether we like it or not. Whether you're doing a good thing or you're doing a bad thing, you're going to have those enemies. But either way, which one are you? Please, my prayer is that you do not be one of the enemies. But my prayer is we always seek the welfare of others. And for either case, if you happen to be my enemy, they make my answer empire number more. Because what I do know, they say, you helping me for my own salvation, and also said to reach my destination. In the case of Joseph, they thought said no or more said no. But what happened? They said they rather helped him in reaching his destination. Now, the Bible tells us, it said, I didn't know the boy one now. One day, I didn't know the boy one now. What boy team Paul after all. Now, I'm saying at this point that we do need our enemies. At first, I was asking a question, where are my enemies? At this point, I am saying, I do need you. If you're not around that, please come. Because you're going to help me reach my destination. Now, they help us. And I said they call out our sins. Ebi ani edi boni bi. Ye hia sani pakrono, amana ka che said the uni awo ye na enye. So the pakro kan echewa unyankopon eno no at the time. Let us not harbor hatred in our hearts. It is far time say ye de bone eche. It is far time say we think say somebody afom ye, therefore we're going to revenge. Revenge is not ours. But let us look at it this way. Let us look at it in the point to say this person is rather helping me to get to my destination. He is helping me to seek salvation for my soul. Now, the other thing that they also do for us, and they also do so that they will also be saved. In the case of Obano, Omono Ekiso Boye, na Omakwa Kokuno, right? But then by the time they finish, they also got salvation. We also need our enemies because once again, in the case of Joseph, we need them to get to our destination. These are the people that you need on your social media handles, right? Don't keep them too close because I already very toxic. But keep them where afar so say ube huomo. They say, but they say Onyankopon shawa, they'll be witnesses. When we look at Psalm 23 verse 5, it says, I will prepare a table in the Watamfuno enim ana obesi upno. Eti no se watamfuni ni ho no ma. Mibusa se ehfa na obeto upno no. You need your enemies. Ejini for ye hia yatamfo. But the mention say let your enemies also be the witnesses of what God has done for you. Matamfo no hu di Onyankopon ayamo no mukoya dansifo. Let them be the witnesses because you need them as a witness for two reasons. One is, Esan say, Omono na a drageo, Eduko, Onyankopon and they will be the living witnesses as to what God has done for you. When your friend said, Philgood, I was there where Christ set me free. I was there where Christ let him go. I was there where Christ said, he said, the one in Achel. At that point when they say it, everybody believes. The other reason is to say you need them because abra omo so omo ton no mo boa am wadu a destination. Nyankopon hyaye no kaye ho. No fa na dum no endro so emaye. Na otimi mboa ye na etimi dru ne botae so. Where are our enemies? Amen.